So Boys Interrupted made a list. I was in the mudslide. I was cool with that. Then Barbell Spin responded, and supposedly I'm Jorge Fernandez? Really? Let's talk about it next.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me.
What is going on, everybody? I had so much fun yesterday. We're getting a double dose of Cory this week.
What's up, y'all?
I got to be honest, man. It has been a rough couple weeks of like finding content. We've had nothing to watch other than drama, stuff like that. It's been
there's never any shortage of drama,
and I think the drama gets heightened when we don't have anything else to talk about.
Well, because there's nothing else to talk about. And there's never any shortage of drama because if you look for it, it's there. Right? It's not hard to find.
And if you believe all the executives in the WFP, we just make it up if we don't have it anyway.
Of course. Why wouldn't we? I just love that as far as the WFP, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, is concerned, that anything we say, we just made up. Or it's all negative. It doesn't matter if it's just the truth or pointing out something that happened. It's just negative. It doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't even affect me anymore when they say that stuff. So it is what it is. But we got Holly in the chat. We've got Meredith in the chat. We've got Jody, Andrew Sten. Yeah, I had so much fun yesterday, Andrew. We had to do a double dose this week. Because literally, we were just talking, like, it's been hard to find content. And at least yesterday, with Cory, I know we're going to go off the rails, and it gives me something to talk about.
I'm very good at that.
Holly, we're not. But we are going to. We were just talking about it before we went on air, that this is a very busy time right now. And so if you are here watching us, we appreciate you so much because we know there are other options out there. CrossFit Podcast has a very interesting topic going on right now that I definitely want to catch up on after the show. And we have Kill Taylor going on too. So, and I know that those are options out there for everybody. And the fact that you come and hang out with us, we appreciate that so freaking much.
Yeah,
speaking of appreciation, like Holly, my gosh, man, Data Wad. Do you know how much that girl does for our channel? And nobody ever sees it.
It's insane.
Masters Fitness Championship leaderboards for every event, every day. Tips on how to find their leaderboards, tips to find their stream, all the stuff that actually MFC should be doing themselves. She is putting out for them, right? And the reason we do it the way we do it is the athletes, when they do well, want to share with their friends and family that they've done well. And she puts it in a format that you can just share it or share it to your story, whatever you want to do. You can clip it out of there, go share it somewhere, but it's the top fives of every event. And then you can share that with everybody you know on your own page in a nice format rather than copying something from a competition corner, which looks tacky.
I still have screenshots from 2023 of my name on those top 5 leaderboards from MFC saved on my phone because for the same reason, dude, like I wanted to be able to share them and that was cool as shit. Like, hey, look at that. I won an event. Hey, look at that. I came in second. Hey, look at that. I'm in 3rd place or whatever I was for a short period of time.
And the other thing she does that I cannot thank her enough for is after these shows are over, she makes a chapter list puts it in comments that I can then cut and paste to the description, and then YouTube will transcribe that into a chaptered out version of the show. And it makes it so much easier when people are coming in, and if they want to just see one of the topics we talked about, you just scroll across the bottom, and Holly has done all of that for us.
That is so unbelievably useful. It's not even funny. Like that's how
I try to go back and find stuff at times from other people's stuff, and I don't know too many people that actually take the time to do that.
No. Matter of fact, when I was catching up on the Sunday night show Monday morning, and we were talking about, you asked me, I saw some part of it, and I had to go back and look, and it was chaptered out, and I was like, "Thanks, Holly."
Yeah. Eric Mackey, for someone not usually watching live, love that feature, and that is all Holly. All Holly.
She's the best.
So go follow Data Wad on Instagram. That is her page. She puts out stats when she has time. She's a mom. She's a wife. She's doing all the things. And she spends her spare time playing with numbers and helping us out.
2 things we are not going to do ourselves.
She's got me, and I am so appreciative of her. So huge shout out to her. Jody added a new Cajun Cory podcast to the Clydesdale media. Give him his own. But then I don't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks.
This way, you guys want more. We just give you a little taste of the spicy food. Right?
Here's the thing, dude. If I had my own show, there would be no rails to get off of, because there's no, like, the random shit that goes through my head on a daily basis that for me to get on here and talk about. No, it's probably not a great idea. Probably not a great idea.
Although I am in discussions with someone that may be doing a show on the channel. So check out for that. 1 follower check. There you go. Nice. I want the entertainment here, though. I need it for me. You guys want him to go off on his own? No, truly. And Cory probably knows this. If he would want to do a show, I would give him the platform to do it.
I'm well aware of that.
But remember, he goes to bed at 6:30. He's got kids. He's got responsibilities. He's got a job. You know.
Speaking of, so Jody asked whatever happened to Kat. If you have TikTok, you can find out exactly what happened to Kat, because she is singing her ass off. Looks like a whole lot with that band that she's in. I saw another video this morning.
Yeah, I saw one this morning too. She's having the time of her life, and
she's living her best life right now.
She is, and I'm just letting her do it. She knows anytime she wants to come back and do something, she can come back and do it. That's just the way our relationship works. But she's had a tough couple of years. She is loving life right now, and I'm all for her being whatever makes her happy.
Couldn't be happier for her.
So, yeah. With that, I do not have TikTok, bummer. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'll pull it up. I'll find a way to pull it up. So, at some point, we'll pull it up and show. But yeah, she's doing great. She sounds great singing too.
Hell yeah.
You sent me a text this morning with a link. So I want to talk about that briefly before we get into other things.
Please do. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
So this was on Hiller's Instagram, and this is Erica Folo. It's a close-up of her nose hairs.
It's a fantastic camera angle.
So we will unmute her, and here it is.
I just got told at customs that I need to stop taking, or not customs, wherever the guy speaks to you, asks you where you're going. I said, across the competition. He said, oh, are you on steroids? I was like, no. And then he's like, well, make sure you take the whey protein. I was like, yeah, I do. He's like, well, that can mess up your brain, you know. You don't want to turn into a guy, do you? I was like, what is happening right now? Just leave me be, please. He said down the line, if I keep taking whey protein, I could be in trouble. Yeah.
So stop taking whey protein, people. Stop taking whey protein. It's bad for your brain, according to the TSA agents at the airport, who apparently are now trained in the science of supplements.
I hurt myself laughing at that yesterday, last night when I saw that. I sent it to every one of my CrossFit female friends that I know, like especially the competitive ones and ones that I know that are taking extra protein. I sent it to all of them. I was like, be careful.
So apparently whey protein will turn you into a guy, and it'll mess with your head.
And mess up your brain.
Mess up your brain. Turn you into a guy and mess up your brain.
Which just says to me that whoever that told her that is clearly on whey protein because their brain is obviously messed up.
Denise, TSA, the go-to source for all your health needs. Sure.
Yeah. It's usually where I get my health information from. My supplement information definitely is from the TSA.
Jody, OMG.
Yeah.
Frida, what an idiot. She should have put him in his place. People need to start being a bit rude back to people who act like that. So this is where I find it amazing, right? Here's this guy. He he knows as much as the high school kid at GNC about the supplements.
Probably less.
And what I find fascinating is when I was like super into like everything fitness, I would take like sacks of protein powder and put in my, like one serving, I would make into like little sandwich bags, put in my luggage and take them with me. And then I would take a blender bottle empty through TSA and then fill it up and do whatever I needed to for my trip. Right. I got pulled to the side because they were freaked out about the spring in my blender bottle. Yet with Erica Folo, they're giving her advice on whey protein, and they didn't.
Well, that's where the progression
spring in a blender bottle was.
Yeah, that's where the progression comes from, Scott. First, it starts at the spring in the your little spring ball, blender bottle accessory, to the point now where they're just like, you know what? To help with the blender bottle, the protein powder itself is clearly what's causing the problems.
Yeah, obviously.
She should have told him, if you can't take enough whey protein, you might turn into a man too. Like that's entirely possible.
Problem is she was blindsided, hard to respond to something out of the blue because it didn't match the question she thought she was getting for TSA. I'm sure. I'm just a smart ass sometimes. So when I'm alert and I'm a smart ass, like I just will. Plus I'm 55 and I don't give a shit anymore. And so I'll say whatever's on my mind.
Dude, on the way to Alaska, they pulled out my lacrosse ball that I keep in my bag and looked at it. And then looked at me and looked back at it and said, what is this? And I said, it's a lacrosse ball. And they said, well, what's it for? And I said, lacrosse. Like, I don't know what else you want from me right now. It's a lacrosse ball.
What you should have done is handed him the Supple Leopard book and said, but you can do this. Let's look at page 10.
100%. What I should have told him is that when my glutes get, mad at me, I shove it under my ass and lay on it. Like, what do you want me to tell you? It's a lacrosse ball. Like, I don't know what else to do with that.
And it's a brown, blunt object. What are you going to, it's not sharp. It's not liquid. It's like,
it bounces.
Why would they care?
Had no idea what it was and looked perplexed when I told him what it was.
It's a ball.
Yeah, it's a ball. What's better than that is that the last flight I took before then, which was to go to Legends last year, I took my rope out, and I still had my RPM rope at the time. Well, with my RPM rope, I usually carried a pair of snips and then my extra cable in case my cable broke. I had snips to cut it to length and then fix it. I took my rope out, forgot to take the snips out, which are pointed and sharp and a tool. And the lady pulled it out and she said, pull out the cable first. I was like, what's that? And I said, that's the extra cable for my jump rope. And then pulled out the snips, which can be dangerous, right? Anything's dangerous if you know how to use it. Looked at me and said, well, what are these for? I said, that's to cut the cable that you have in your other hand right there. And she went, oh, and put them back in my bag and sent me on my way. Can't make that up. Cannot make that up.
Well, you can immobilize someone if you work on their quads with that thing.
You're not wrong, Jody.
Yes, they wanted to know what was in my backpack traveling home from the games. It was my medal. It is super heavy and solid. That's what we call a humble brag right there. Find a way to tell a story that my gold medal was the problem in the backpack.
Can you imagine though? This is a gold medal. I don't know if you know what that is or not. Like clearly you never won anything. I did.
Because I just did.
I just won that.
I am the fittest 65 to 69-year-old in the world.
That's amazing. It didn't go through the x-ray very well. I'd imagine not.
Yeah. It's kind of solid. They made her take it out.
Bro. Like it's a chunk of metal this big.
I had a full-size pair of scissors make it through TSA on a trip to Hawaii in a backpack. Man, I don't want to hear these stories. I don't want to. No. But yeah, when you look at some of the TSA agents, not shocked.
Not at all. Not in the least. Not in the least.
What's funny is a blender bottle spring gets them freaked out, but a pair of scissors, nah.
Run with it. Run with it. You'll be fine. Not a big deal.
Yeah, we don't like the cable, but these snips, yeah, you're good with those.
Had cable in one hand, snips in the other. What's this? Well, that's the cable for my jump rope. What's that? That's to cut the cable for my jump rope. Oh, okay. Have a nice flight. Thank you. Like I fully expected him to take them and be like, you can't have these on the plane. Like I was perfectly willing to say goodbye to them at that point.
Yeah. When you were telling the story, I was like, those are in the garbage.
Yeah, no. They went there, put them back in my bag, and sent me packing.
I did make a mistake in
It's just no things we don't. Yes, Jody, that is Holly, that is 100% correct.
Yeah. When I was at LAX for semifinals a couple years ago, dumb me had my water bottle like this, right? I had water in it. Didn't even think about walking through TSA. They wouldn't let me through. I had to go back, dump the water out of the water bottle, or they could take it and throw it in the garbage, but I could go dump it and then come back through.
Somebody's got to
go back to the end of the line.
Yeah.
Dump it. Then we'll go back through. And then this was empty and they were all cool with it. And then
my favorite part about that is that it's because there might be an explosive liquid, right?
Yeah.
So what is their plan to do with it?
Yeah, go dump it in the garbage can back there
with the other possibly explosive liquids. Let's just mix all those together.
Yeah,
right there.
We got to pray nobody throws a Mentos in there.
For the love of God. they wouldn't let me through it. I had brought I think I had a C4 with me, like the drink, not the actual plastic explosive.
Yeah.
Unopened.
Thanks for the clarification on that too.
Just making sure. Because
they're both exploding liquids in some form.
I got to fly in 2 months. I do not need to get any extra flagging. I'm already going to probably get. But they wouldn't let me through with an unopened can.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
I said, it's not even like what. It's not even open.
So put that in the garbage and then go buy the $12 one at the.
Go get the $8 monster from the white monster from the store right over there. You can't have this one, bro. So y'all, this is insane. I don't understand.
Airport's choice or variety on energy drinks is really limited.
You have a white monster. You could have Red Bull. They got Red Bull coming out of there. Yeah. What's the other one? Celsius.
Jody had to empty her water bottle in Albany to get in the gate. Well, that makes sense. It's Albany.
Yeah, you can't really put anything on them. It's Albany at that point.
Was that it? That wasn't at the airport though, right? Because Jody, you drove. That was actually to get into the venue, I'm guessing. Correct?
Yeah, God forbid you bring water into the fitness competition.
Yeah.
Oh, this building is filled with the fittest athletes on earth. Yeah, you can't bring water in here. Sorry.
Yeah. What a crazy, crazy thing. What a world we live in, man.
It's fantastic.
Well, speaking of... Oh, go ahead. Finish.
I was going to say, TSA, keeping bottled water out of the sky for 20 years now. God bless. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Wild World, a couple of days ago, I got a cancellation. I got to go to my pulmonology appointment early. Haven't really got a chance to talk about it just because we had Tristan on Tuesday, then you were here, and we were having such a good time yesterday. But I did get some updates on my health. And the good news is no tumors, no masses, no cancer in the lungs. In fact, they don't even think the problem is my lungs. It might be a small percentage that it is, but for the most part, they think it's actually something in my voice box, which is a little bit freaking me out as I'm a podcaster, but I have to go in for a chest and neck CT on November 25th. And then right after that, I go back to the pulmonology office. So they do it and immediately they get the results. I will go immediately to the doctor and then we'll talk through things. But they have me doing some weird stuff where I do like a nebulizer now, and then I have to blow into this horn that shakes my esophagus essentially to break free any phlegm and mucus. And then I am to cough that up. And I did that this morning and I do feel better. But I don't know. We'll see what's happening. Meredith, I don't know what they're thinking. He just thinks there might be an obstruction in the voice box at this point. Maybe that means polyps. He didn't say that word.
So he gave you a nebulizer and a trumpet and was like, so inhale this one and then blow it out through here.
Yeah. Yep. I call it. Brother. So when I blow it, it makes like a brrr sound, and not that fast. It's more like slow. And so I just tell my wife it's my moose call.
He gave you a nebulizer and what do they call it? A moose bugler.
Yep.
Jesus H. Christ.
Sean in Oregon says, "Don't sweat the voice box, Scott. Beethoven went deaf and made great music." So if I lose my voice, then Cory will be on more often. I'll sign stuff and he'll respond.
just send me text messages. Be like, Scott says.
Yeah.
Just read it all off.
Or I can get the Stephen Hawking little mechanical voice, the see and say or whatever.
We could do a whole episode with that, like whether you lost your voice or not, because you can just buy one of those things. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
So yeah, we'll find a way to adapt. But I do have polyps in my one sinus. I do know that. I have that CT on the 22nd. That's Wednesday. Later in the day, that's just a head CT.
How many CTs have you had this year?
This year? These are my first 2 this year, but I had like a bunch last year.
Yeah. Well, I guess since the first one, I feel like it's been a lot.
It has. So I've gone through like a string of doctors, not happy with where I'm at. And so now I'm going back through with like people that are high-end specialists in the field. The only problem with that is you have to wait so long from appointment to appointment because they are like the best at what they do. But the interesting thing is I did sit down and talk with this doctor about worrying about if the vaccine is what caused some of these problems. Yeah. And he actually was very open to the conversation, which I was very surprised about. And we sat and talked about it. And he said, you can probably attribute the AFib and anything heart related to the vaccine, but typically it doesn't affect the lungs. So I think we have 2 separate issues.
Isn't the cardiovascular system all interconnected?
I'm just telling you what he told me.
The first thing I think of is that your heart pumps blood, right? But oxygen needs to get into your blood from your lungs. So it would seem, maybe I don't know shit about medicine. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there.
Yeah, I don't know either. He just said that like he's pretty much a skeptic he was pretty much a skeptic when the vaccine came out. And he's been watching the literature. He's been watching, and he just has not seen any correlation between the lungs and the vaccine. He said now the heart, seen a lot.
Yeah. I've heard a lot.
So that was nice to at least have that conversation.
Well, to have somebody have a conversation with you, like you said, that was open and not just telling you that you're out of your fucking mind right off the bat. Like,
yeah,
I would be pretty excited about that.
So Denise, do you think you'll have the polyps removed? I think that is probably going to be the case, as I will have to have another sinus surgery because I have an infection in the other side. The CT scan next week is so the ear, nose, and throat doctor can see more clearly how bad everything is in there to know, do we go surgery or can we do like an antibiotic wash?
It's like an antibiotic, just.
I think so.
Or like an irrigation where they send something up there and then spray it all through. You said wash, so like that's immediately where my head goes.
So I was thinking like a neti pot wash. Yeah. Just it would have some medicine in it.
Right.
I'm seeing some slowing internet. So I'm trying to, and it's of course not working for me today. Trying to shut down other objects that have internet attached to them. My guess is we're probably going to head for surgery once she sees in there. But that's just me guessing.
Anyway, apparently you're Jorge Fernandez now.
Yeah. Did you watch Spin last night?
I did not get it. No, I was pitching. I was actually playing catch with my daughter and pitching her balls to hit. She's a softball girl now.
So they did. They responded to the media hill.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they were going to just talk about it, and then they like set off an alarm and said, nope, breaking news, we have made our own athlete mound. So I'm going to try to find it here, and I'll pause it where you can see the complete list. Okay. Working on the fly here.
Love it. We don't need a producer.
Here it is. So essentially what John Young did this time, which it's now become a complete inception thing where the responses to each other back and forth, now we're getting into layers, right?
Right.
So it started with John Young putting himself at the top of the mound, just like they did, right? And he kept talking about how these are how your impact on CrossFit this year. Your impact on CrossFit this year. So if you look at the mudslide area, and if you remember right here was me. Clydesdale Media, right? So this is now Jorge Fernandez. I believe that Be Friendly is Pat Vellner. No, that's Fluffy Duck.
That's Fluffy Duck. Yeah.
Fluffy Duck. Mir von Rohr, European athlete. That's probably what it was. Be Friendly. And
Makes
then
sense.
Bailey Martin is Mason Startup. Guy is Keeping It Real. Over here on the side. Right. And then Barbell Spin is Dallin Pepper. I'm trying to remember everything from the other picture. But essentially BKG is TEF.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen anything in 2 years, is what they said. Daniel Brandon is Kill Taylor. Not appropriate for all ages.
Makes sense.
That whole thing. Sam Quant is
That'd be Morning Chalk Up.
Morning Chalk Up.
Coffee Pods and Wads.
Yeah. Buttery Bros is Mal O'Brien. Haven't seen them in CrossFit in a year.
At least.
And then it was Hiller is Tia. Jason Hopper is the Games.
That's a fantastic picture of Jason, by the way.
Yeah. Lucy Campbell is Mayhem. Ricky is Savon. Pretty popular, but uses bad language. So yeah. So it was a very creative way to do it, but I think we're getting into a little bit of inception here, maybe taking this a little bit further. And again, we talked about it before. There's not enough going on, so like we have to create our own drama. So Boys Interrupted John started with that, with the mountain. Boys Interrupted responded with Media Hill. Now the Spin responds, and I think this is pretty much John putting the people in their place and made correlations between all the athletes and the media and where they fit.
This is
very, very upset that most of these people did not have an impact in the last year, like BKG, like Sam Quant, like Mal O'Brien.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was kind of creative how they did it. And it was really at the end of their show. So if you wanted to see it, it's way at the end. But at first I'm like, Jorge Fernandez?
Right.
Then I was thinking about it. He goes, he made the games this year.
He did.
He's a pretty good team player.
He's damn fine on the team. Yeah.
And, he's on the up and coming. He first time at the games, maybe has the potential to maybe
High ceiling. He's got a high ceiling.
Maybe it is. And he's damn good looking.
He is a handsome fellow.
So maybe it is the perfect correlation.
It's just that the resemblance is uncanny.
Uncanny. Yeah.
That is on behalf of John Young, that is weaponized autism right there, is what that is.
Oh, and then what you didn't see on the mound was they forgot Harry Lightfoot.
Oh,
who's kind of new to the space, puts out puts out a lot of
is deserving of respect.
So some people call him Hari Lightfoot, but yeah.
That's clever.
Yeah,
that is absolutely clever. Absolutely clever. I hope Amanda sees that.
Yeah, it was that one was really good.
Oh,
but at first I was like, should I be offended that I'm Jorge Fernandez? And then the more I thought about it, I was like, well, he's not doing that bad.
No, the more you think about it, you're like, you know what?
I'll take that.
Right, damn right, I'm Jorge Fernandez.
Yeah. Walking around all jacked.
Just so. That's outstanding. Kudos to them for that. That's good stuff right there.
You know what? Who Jorge reminds me of? Do you remember back on Saturday Night Live in the day when Billy Crystal was on?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, darling. It's not how you feel; it's how you look. And let me tell you something, darling. You look marvelous.
Marvelous. Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, back when Saturday Night Live was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff back then. But anyway, that's how I feel with Jorge Fernandez. So,
hey, dude, it could be worse.
So this weekend we actually have something to watch that is a competition where actual athletes are going to take the floor. They're going to compete against one another for a result and the prize money. And
it's going to be live streamed.
And it's going to be live streamed. We can
somewhat,
watch it.
Somewhat professionally.
Yeah. I said this to Tristan the other day. I love John Young as a color analyst.
Let me tell you something. Him and Bill last year for this were phenomenal. It was so much fun to watch.
It is so
Bill
different.
Is trying to be Bill, like trying to do his professional thing, and John Young is a puppy on Adderall, like, and is just excited, and there's things happening. He's trying to get to everything all at once, and it worked. It was awesome. It was real. It was raw. They knocked it out the park. I can't wait for the
when he roots, it's really cool. And because he's not rooting for a person, he's rooting for them to be great.
Yep.
And that's what I love about it. It's not like, hey, this Austin Hatfield, you're my favorite. I'm rooting for you through this thing. It is like, oh my gosh, if they could just make this lift, it could be a monster. And then he roots for that moment, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I think is awesome. And he's so different. And it's taking nothing away from any other color analysts, because there are a good set of them in our space. I think Adrian Conway's great. I think Chase and Bill are great. I think that Lucy Campbell's great.
Lucy did a great job.
All very different. And I like change of pace. I don't like the same voice over and over and over again.
No.
So I'm super excited to watch it. I can't wait to see how it goes down. And I can't wait that we actually have competition to talk about.
I hope people DoorDash John McDonald's again, like they did last year, because that was a whole lot of fun. Like that's the best part about, or one of the better parts. I mean, I say the best part about them doing what they do. Obviously, it's fun to watch. It's well covered. You know, they got cameras on the floor. They tested out their stream this morning. I saw that live. Whatnot, like they got it up. They got it run how they want to. But the fact that it's interactive at that point, because last year, I think twice during the weekend, somebody that was in the chat watching DoorDash John Young McDonald's.
Hey.
Twice. Like was asking, hey, John, like I got a notification that says DoorDash is there and they're trying to get you your food. Like, you don't get that during the games. I'm sorry. You just don't. It is a Crash Crucible exclusive.
No, that stuff's great. Yeah. I do have my podium picks for the weekend.
Oh, hit me with them.
Just going to run down through them real quick. On the men's side, I'm going with Colton.
Of course.
To win. Second, Chris Ibarra. And I'm taking Jacob Marlowe to podium in third.
Those are 3 solid picks. I like it. I can't argue with Colton whatsoever. And I don't know enough about the rest of the men's side. I mean, I know who Chris Ibarra is. Obviously, I know who Jacob is. And I haven't seen a whole lot of Jacob here lately, so I hope he does really well. I really, really do.
And I'm a big Max Krieg fan, and because his coach is my friend Lynette, and she's going to be there coaching him. So I want him to do well as well. But with as heavy as it was, I couldn't pick him to win or make it to the podium.
Anybody who does not know Max, Maxie is a fantastic human being. He is absurdly fit, and he is he's his own person. Let's go ahead and put it like that. Big Swiftie, big Taylor Swift fan, which generally speaking, people don't expect whenever they first meet him.
Well, he's a Navy diver, like yeah. He does serious shit.
100%. And it speaks to his character that the amount of serious shit that he does when you talk to him on a regular basis, he's not that serious. Like, he's as laid back as they come. I did not realize his name was on the list. I didn't pay much attention to the man. I hope Max does well. I really, really do. He works his ass off. He's an awesome dude.
And then on the women's side, I'm going to start with an honorable mention. I think this is going to be a fun weekend to watch Paige Rogers, formerly Paige Powers.
The artist, the athlete formerly known as Paige Powers.
She, before the debacle with the box jump or box step up, she was 10th at the games. We haven't seen her back in a little bit with that. And then the pregnancy, it's going to be interesting to see where she's at with her fitness at this competition. And what is that going to translate to forward? She could come out and win events, or she could shit the bed. We have no idea.
Talk about wild card, dude. Like,
and so I think that's going to be fun to watch to see where is she at. Because when she is in her fit, she's fit. If that made any sense.
Top 10 at the games, dude. That's not an easy thing to do, especially on the women's side. Like, the field is deep.
Yeah, I heard people saying the women's field was weak. Dude, there's a lot of great athletes on that side.
No, that's insane.
So here's my podium. Again, I'm going with the premise that it's a heavier crash than we've had in years past. So I have Caroline Stanley winning. I have Kyra Milligan in second. And this is just because I think this girl is special. And I think that people are going to count her out because of the heaviness of it. But she is so freaking fit. She's going to make up for it in other ways. And that is Reese Littlewood. I think she is the next big thing.
Young?
19.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She podiumed at the teen games like 3 times. If I've interviewed her, I had her on the show. She is as mature as the day is long, and she is a sophomore at University of South Carolina. So it's just a drive over for her.
Even better.
And she'll probably have a lot of support because of that. Like her friends from college will probably.
She's practically local at that point. Then so much the better.
And so I think that's going to work out for her well. But she took third at Syndicate this year. She almost made the games.
Damn.
And I just think that she has that special that like the Emma Lawson's had, the Mal O'Brien's, I think she's that next one.
I guess we shall find out come tomorrow. I'm a homer. I can't not pick my girls. So Sammy Pugh, Hannah Hardy, top 5 team at the games on the team, and I know the work that they put in because I see it every single day in our group chat and whatnot. And they absolutely smashed the qualifier and did all of the workouts once. So I can't not pick my girls. I'm not saying they're necessarily going to come in 1 and 2, but I would look for them in the top 5. I'm telling you that right now. Calling it. Mark it, write it down.
I'll push back on that a little bit. I think they're both great athletes.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to both of them in the past. I think they are great human beings. I think that the field's too deep for them right now. And P-score is just this wild variable.
It is. It absolutely is.
So I could be wrong, but
I am curious, very, very curious. Cannot wait to actually see them take the floor this weekend. Like I said, just because I know all the work that they've been putting in, and it's going to be something to watch. I'm telling you. I'm just mark your calendar right now. They are going to be something to watch.
The reason I went with the 3 I went with is because I think they're going to have some dominant wins. I just think they have skill sets that are so much better that with P-score, they are going to have that big win. Like Reese was on with the spin last night. If Syndicate went with P-score, she's in the games.
Right.
Because what she's really good at, she is really good at. Like best in the world at. And when you have those home runs, I think that P-score is going to help you tremendously.
Oh, are we done with that? There's one more thing I want to get. So we briefly mentioned MFC early on, and I watched the vast majority of the live stream all weekend, just trying to catch my people that were competing. And I wanted to give props to Mr. Kyle Shipp for calling the entire thing mostly by himself all weekend. I cannot imagine what his voice felt like come Sunday evening.
I'll tell you what was most impressive to me. I don't think he had a spotter.
No, he was on the floor.
Yeah,
and he was just going like he apologized a couple times.
All on him to not only call it but identify all the athletes.
He apologized more than once for like either calling people the wrong names or not realizing that they were done. You know, thinking they had a round left or something like that, and which that wasn't his fault.
No, have a freaking finish line. Every event needs to have a finish line unless you are a lifting event.
That's it. You have a start line, right, because they're all starting at one spot. So like, just make the start line the finish line. Your time does not finish until you get back across the line. It's not a hard concept to figure out. It's really, really not.
It is,
and that's the last part of the race.
And so many competitions forget that point.
Yeah.
And oh my God, I watched the stream on the Friday and I couldn't tell if they had more handstands to go or not, because some were resting and shaking it out. Some were just shaking it out because they were done. And I couldn't tell which were which. Just make them finish at the start line. It is so damn simple. And I've bitched about this for 3 years with them.
I know.
And they have not made one iota of an effort to change that.
You were complaining about it when I was there, which was 3 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever that is. And because we didn't have finish lines. We're done when we were done. No matter where you were at.
And there was an event that year where you finished Well, it was one of those, like, when you're finished, it was an interval thing where you could finish, and you couldn't even tell if they like had finished the whole thing or what were they going back for another interval? Like, you had no clue.
No.
Because I think the last apparatus was a row, and people were just sitting on the row when they were done.
Yeah.
And you couldn't tell if were they done or were they.
It's an easy fix. And it's better for everybody. Because, like, if I'm even if as a competitor, if I'm lined up next to somebody and I do my last rep and somebody else is on their last rep or close to it, I know they're right next to me. I have absolutely no idea where they are. So, like, I'm doing my last one and I'm going, like, trying to get across the line, and hey, time stops. The people on the floor are looking at the same thing. They have absolutely no idea what happened because it's very hard to keep track of what everybody's doing and where that person's at, where this person's at, unless you're advancing across the floor or you get across a finish line.
I saw them setting up for Crash this morning. You could see them. They have the rep counters taped onto the floor. They have the boxes you have to advance through. Like that, Crash is taking it to a whole different, and they always have, taking it to the other level where it's telling the story as you go down the field and then the finish line. I love that. But other places, we can't, all we need, just please the finish line at a minimum.
You got to start.
Whatapaluza sucks at that too.
Whatapaluza is also bad at that.
Now Tier Cup, they did pretty well. But, and in their, especially when you have 30 lanes across and you don't have a finish line, that is utter chaos.
And again, it's a simple fix.
What do you think about Whatapaluza going down to 20 athletes or the individual?
And then half of them are getting invited.
Well, what I like about it is we're not going to have a 30 wide field anymore. You might actually see something.
Might actually be able to see a little bit and kind of zoomed in some. I don't know. It's going to sound terrible. I don't care enough about Whatapaluza to warrant worrying about if they have 20 or 30 or 40. I will watch it because it's going to be on. And I will say that the 20 is probably going to be a lot easier to watch than, especially they do 2 heats and there's like 10 at a time going. So much the better. But
see, and that's why Cory doesn't get his own show, because you have to care about everything if you're doing a daily show.
I really, really don't. I really, really don't. I wish I did. I wish I gave more of a damn about it. But, like, I think if I was doing the qualifiers, I think they're only taking like 5 people. Or maybe 10 for the Masters. Something like that. Like, it's not
Masters,
a lot. Yeah.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I like to watch the elites
every year.
I like to watch the elites go. I really do. But I also want to see, or at least be able to follow, because, like, I know people that are doing the qualifiers. I know people that are going to Miami to compete and whatnot. And then you see, like, again, like we talked about yesterday, and we talked about a million times before, online qualifiers, you're going to get some people that do not actually belong there. And when you shrink the field down like that, you're definitely going to get some people that they just don't belong there. You know, oh, you did great on online qualifier. Fantastic. How do you do in person? Oh, terrible. He got his ass beat on every single workout. Okay. Yeah, fabulous. So,
yeah,
I don't know. That's shouting at the sun at that point. Really doesn't do any good to bitch about.
Yeah, I just noticed your name, Whey steroid user. So are you trying to mess with your brain, or are you trying to become a man?
Become a man.
Become a man.
Become a man. Yeah, I don't have enough brain to mess with, regardless, one way or another. So, or at least the whey protein is definitely not going to affect it that much. There's not enough there for it to affect.
So all about becoming a man.
And
don't forget, people, go to the airport, go to your local TSA agent. They will tell you all that you need to know about your supplement usage.
before you buy any supplements, consult the TSA first.
For sure.
Consult the TSA first. That should be on a t-shirt. Get with Travis.
TSA supplement.
TSA.
There's got to be an acronym that like the S for supplement and the T and the A have to.
The Transportation Supplement Authority.
I don't know. Well, with that, do you think Erica Folo is going to
become a man? I hope not. She's cute.
She's going to crush it at Crash?
I think she'll do well. I haven't been following her enough to know. Like the last time I saw her do anything was for one of the semifinals, whichever one she was at. And so I hope she do. I mean, I know she's fit for damn sure. That's why I said, like you said, dude, people talk about the women's field is not deep. The women's field is extremely deep.
I think she puts too much pressure on herself at the beginning of the weekend. And then when she relaxes, she kicks butt at the end. Yeah. But usually at that time, it's too late.
Gotta have a good beginning, good middle, good end.
So hopefully she can work that out.
It's the Justin Medeiros formula. Go fast at the beginning, fast through the middle, and then finish fast.
So I interviewed him at Syndicate one year, and he gave me that line, which he gives like a million times. And actually, Fraser said the line first. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, like, be original, dude. Like, I love the Justin today more than that Justin. I didn't like the prepared answer Justin.
Yeah.
This Justin today that's like, I feel is more authentic is way, way better. Now
he's in his bag.
Is good. So does he need to become that guy again, or?
I think once you can loosen up and kind of get in your element, I mean, the dude is still unbelievable, right? And undeniable as far as being one of the top, 8, 10 guys on the face of the planet. I think having his friendship with Justin, with Jason and James and Dallin and all of those guys allows him to loosen up a little bit, right? From that standpoint to where he's not just, like you said, not just reading off of a cue card going, doing the Ricky Bobby thing. Car ran real good. Car ran real good. I don't know. Yeah, we know. So, and plus just maturing, dude.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Wonder Bread.
So yeah, I would say this Justin is definitely not the same one that won the game 2 years ago, but I think he's on a track to where he can still be competitive and be in that contention for being on the top of the podium, for sure.
On that note, after yesterday's show, I'm hoping to get sponsored by Jif.
Fantastic.
Jif peanut butter. That's my hope, my dream.
I don't even have Jif. I got yes, it's on my desk.
I'll either brand. Oh wow, Smuckers.
All natural, baby. None but peanuts and salt.
Yeah. I only get the natural peanut butter too. I just like it better.
I don't need 40 grams of sugar with my peanut butter. I like peanuts.
Yep. So I'll take a Smuckers sponsorship, man.
Probably don't clip that.
All right. With that, we're out of here. See you guys tomorrow on Lunch with the Clydesdale. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. We're only 28 subscribers away from 3K.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.